Hello everybody, my name is Hellkaiser and welcome back to Diablo Immortal. I took about a week and a half, 2 weeks off from this. Maybe a little less than that, I can't be certain. I know it's about a week. I was hoping that maybe in that time they'd patch some of the problems with the PC version of this game. Such as, I don't know how to explain this glitch, but it happens every time I start up. For number one, the game wants to crash on startup, which is a problem that has been here since day one. And two, sometimes when it goes full screen, it goes full screen on like a bottom quarter of your screen, on the bottom right for me, and the rest of it's all cut off, and I can't alt-tab, like alt-enter, or anything to get it to go, windowed to full screen. It thinks it's like targeting the center of my computer, and it isn't, so you just have to close the whole game and then get it started back, which is one of the most annoying things I've seen. I can't even access the right-hand side of the menu to go to the settings to do anything there. And like I said before, see, all that does is a repair client. So you can't change the settings until you're in-game. But anyway, there's only about, I think I said 6 episodes of this left at maximum. So I'm going to try just to power through it. I've been trying to upload more things. I've uploaded a little bit more Resident Evil, which hopefully will be finished by the time this third episode of Diablo Immortal comes out. And then I've got some other stuff I'd like to do. Maybe some older games, but I'd like to do after the DMC reboot, the 2013 or 2011, whatever it was, reboot. I'm going to do Bayonetta. Anyway, back to our Demon Hunter. The thing is about this game is I don't really have a lot... Even though, like I said, it's better than your average mobile phone game, and as a PC game, it ain't bad. Especially when you look at stuff like Lost Ark, Pillars of Eternity, which I'm not putting those games down, Torchlight, I love Torchlight too. This actually stands with those as a decent Diablo clone, but that's the problem. It feels more like a Diablo clone than it does Diablo. And it takes forever for this thing to load in. But every time I sit down, I think I'm going to record this game, I sit down and I think, gee, I'd rather be playing regular Diablo 3, and maybe at some point I will record that for you guys. And I'm T-posing. Whoa, holy. Okay, it appears the game loaded in. Talk to the blacksmith. Okay, I just want to head to Ashwald. Okay. Man, the lagginess. I wish you could just, on PC, play it as single player and just turn off the servers. Just have a pure single player mode. And I think even on mobile phone that would work, but I think the only reason this game is always online is solely because of the fact that it is, what do you call it? Solely because of the fact that it is the microtransactions. The same thing as Gran Turismo 7, which is the reason I never bought Gran Turismo 7. I'm a huge racing game fan. I have a wheel, and I love driving. My father worked for Nissan and Volkswagen, when I was a kid, and so I've always been a big car guy.
How may my knowledge help you?
You're the identifier. Didn't I just get a ring? Or do I have to go to daily logins first? Yeah, I probably gotta do... Okay, I got something there. I thought I just got a ring. It just said daily login reward, a ring. Or did my dude didn't equip it? I did read that right, didn't I? First kill of the day. Claim your daily reward. Oh, I have to go here. Of course. Band of Fortitude. Oh, it doesn't have to be identified. There we go, I got a ring. And anyway, that's just my... I lost my train of thought there a little bit. I wish you could bind these to, like, Q and stuff like that. But you probably can, but I'm afraid to mess with it. I lost that train of thought completely there, I apologize. I don't like that 4, I think I want to change it back. But I gotta get to safety because you can't focus. Oh yeah, I was talking about Gran Turismo. That game was blatant lies. you know, some people might want to defend it, and if that's you, you do you. But that game literally was sent to the reviewers without microtransactions, and then it had microtransactions, which is just blatant false representation, because you're getting people to give you a better review score based off of something that realistically isn't true. You know, you can convince people, oh, well, my game is microtransaction free, or this is how it is now, and then you completely change the economy of your game. Where'd you go, you little slippery bastard? Wow, he actually chunks. Good thing they drop 1,000 freaking health orbs every time I'm in the remotest bit of danger here. Can't afford not to feel too safe, or else I might not give them any more microtransactions. God help me, get these stupid crap off my screen. Okay. Man, there's way too much crap on my screen at any given point. That's another problem I have with this game, is I get it's mobile phone, but first off, I'm playing this on a 65-inch TV. That's my third monitor. And there's no way to scale the HUD, or at least I don't see any way to scale HUD. Yeah, there's no HUD scaling that I can see. And so, you sit there, and you're dealing with this massive 4K resolution, you know, TV screen. But you can't actually see, even though you have this massive screen in front of your face, because there's so much clutter. Like, you have this massive chat thing here, and the codecs here. Your health bar is the only thing that's reasonably sized. The mini-map is okay, I guess, because it's, you know, click-through. Your button's on the bottom, but then this area right here is just way too cluttered, and then everything comes up on the front of the screen. You know, you passed this event, and you did this, and you did that. And I just don't like that. I feel like if you're going to make a mobile phone port of a game, that's perfectly acceptable. I don't think there's anybody out there who even cares remotely at this point. But when you look at some of the problems that this game has, I feel like the PC version should have been maybe paid for, but you get bonuses on PC, and then the mobile phone version could be the mobile phone version, because if people want to spend that much money on a mobile phone game, you know, we already know to avoid that. We know the predatory nature of mobile phone games, but this is on PC, and, you know, with a name like Diablo, people might not realize immediately, oh, I can just walk through that door. Okay. Amazing game design.
Hello again. I assume you followed the surge of energy.
Okay, the door opened for a second there.
This never did have the patience for subtlety. Come, we must find the source of this profane rite. At its apex, we will find my wayward apprentice.
You know, one thing I never understand about a lot of games like this, you know, you look at Ghost of Tsushima and insert 1,000 bloody different games here. Somebody always has an apprentice that has a bit too much of a thirst for power, and instead of stopping them or doing something to correct them, you know, you don't have to just banish somebody, but there's things you can do to set people on the right path. You know, they just let them go until it's too late, and then they realize, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have done this, this, and this. You know, why not just pay more attention to begin with? I gotta follow. Man, everybody just T-pose glides along for a minute there. Okay, whoa. Bone Golem. It's kind of hard for me to read those because I have my recording software overlay on top of the names. There we go. Why was that easier than some of the events? I guess, again, to keep people playing. Destroy Death Ritual.
A necrotic barrier. Quaint. Well, there are always 3 of these rituals. Go and put an end
You
to
literally
the
just
others.
acknowledged the rule of
In the
3.
meantime, I'll go and keep Lethis occupied. For my sake, do try to be expedient.
Why don't you destroy the bone rituals, or whatever they are, and let me have the fun stuff? I guess that's how he wants it. Also, I wish you could zoom out from your character a little bit. This is a bit... In Diablo 3, you're much more zoomed out, or at least I believe it seems more like you're zoomed out. Maybe it's just because the HUD isn't so big I can see more, but I feel... Like, look how big my mini-map is. It's overlaying the buttons for my abilities. That's how big this sucker is. And I've got it on small. I want to show you. Display. Graphics. Where... Okay, maybe it's general, voiceover, air speech. Where... Controls. Small mini-map, see? That is the small mini-map. Okay, now we're facing up against the Blood Golem. Good thing he attacks 30 miles from where I actually am standing. And the second effigy or death ritual, whatever you wish to call this, has been destroyed. Okay, I've got to mess with this. There's got to be... Okay, that is the small... Man, I'd hate to see what the large mini-map look like on here. Is there not... Okay, so you can rebind controls. Voice memo, cancel voice memo, chat window. Can you close the chat window? No. No, you can't. Well, at least I only have to destroy one more of these. They're not going to make me do, like, 3 more. Or, you know, rule of 3 sort of things. I don't know whether or not it's more efficient to click or to WASD it. It doesn't really feel very efficient either way. I feel like I can backpedal and shoot better with WASD, but I feel like if you just want to auto walk sort of thing and rest your hands, you can just click. It doesn't really seem that much different. It's hard for me to click though, because I feel like I want to click on them. I'm so used to playing like League of Legends, and if I click the map, you know, I'm going to move to wherever I clicked on the map. So I'm trying not to do that, just out of habit. And now we're going against the decayed golem. So we faced a bone golem, a blood golem, and a decaying golem. What do you need to do? File your bloody taxes? Just fight. Okay, R. Resurrect player. How do I do that? Okay. There you go, buddy. Did I... Waiting for him to so you have to confirm your resurrection? What benefit would it be to you to just die?
I could get used to that.
Okay, my multi-shot has ranked up. Draining shot. Okay. Where's just my skills in? Okay, so multi-shots leveled up. I don't really learn anything else until 20, and I doubt I'll probably use the knife trap. Now I gotta go find Zool. In 15 minutes, we've made quite a bit of progress. Grab some more gold. Do we have any... Yeah, we got a better belt. There we go. Was there... Yeah, there was rare enemies up here, but did they die already? Yeah, I guess. What's odd is some enemies can be killed by players roaming the map, and it seems like other people are fighting enemies that aren't there for you, which, again, is very confusing. I'll take that. Okay. I did all that, and the only thing I got that was any better than what I had. Okay, that's better, but 7 strength. Damage undone. Well, yeah, so, I mean, the 1 extra point of damage is offset. Okay, there they are. What are they... That's not really battle. Oh, now it is. The effects just didn't load in.
Afraid of my talent. Well, no more. I'm beyond you now. Soon, Leoric's soul will be mine. And with it, I will be the greatest necromancer alive. Rathma himself will fear my name. And you... Your suffering begins now.
Why don't I do something to actually shoot here? Let this... I can't... Let this Lacrium? Simulacrium. Oh, there we go. So it's a clone of her. Why not just call it a clone? It's dying awful fast. Very quick. And I get another level up.
The breach is open. You cannot stop it.
And I don't intend to.
Sorry.
You are my target, Lethus. My failure to put down.
So you mean you're gonna leave me with a problem?
You can no more put me down this time than you could the last.
So what am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm just supposed to come up and talk to him.
Strength from the Skeleton King's essence. You must go inside and break the tether that connects them.
Are you serious? Just hold a gun to her head.
Do that.
I like how I'm just asking questions in the middle of this.
You'd be surprised how often that works. Lethus desires dominion over the undead. The power Diablo left within Leoric's blackened soul. Put his spirit to rest, and the rift will go inert.
Why can't I just blow a hole through her? Feature unlocked, battle pass. Okay, now that I'm a little invested, they want to show me some money features. Okay, so let's see what this is. Okay, so that's the free stuff. So how do you rank up? 150 of this stuff. So how much? Okay, let's go to the store real quick. Bundles. Okay, we still have our... Okay, that's our free daily rewards. Okay, then there's the beginner's pack, which we still have. Now, currency. So, 100... You can't get 150. Of course you can't. So, you could either spend $2 to get the battle pass, which that seems... Oh, no, it would be... I'm sorry, $3. Or you can just... But if you're going to pay $3, you might as well pay $5 and get a lot more. I see how this system's going. See, that's a very predatory way of doing stuff like that, but I mean, it works. And then, where's the battle pass? Okay. So, what is that you get? Is that, yeah, that's just cosmetics and a legendary gem, crest, materials, more crests. So you get like a cosmetic item right off the bat, which at least you don't have to work that hard for the cosmetics. This doesn't seem too predatory, because Empowered Battle Pass. Gain access to all empowered track rewards at the end of the season. Okay, so you can pay $5 there, or you can pay $15 and get cosmetic rewards and all that. Okay, so... Okay, so you actually, the battle pass, I don't know why I thought it could be paid for with the other currency. So it's $5. So again, that's not too bad at first, but you know, that racks up after a while. And some people, you know, places like this really tend to work off of people who have gambling addictions. And I've never had a gambling addiction myself, but I've always had what I call a very addictive personality. For example, if I play... I used to play a lot of Smite, and if I play Smite, why would I want to find a party? I'm good on my own. if I played back in the day, about 2017, 2018, when I was really playing it, I played 2 or 3 hours a day, every day minimum, and that, like I said, that was a minimum. And I'd give up pretty much everything to do it.
But I found the shard.
I'll continue this in a minute.
I found purpose. The Queen's spirit would lead me to Leoric. And the power to rule over the dead. I will be vindicated. Leoric's soul is the key.
Okay, so that's just repeating what her motivations already were. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm one of those people who just, once I...
Its throne lies somewhere in this haunted realm. It's time to put his wretched soul back to rest.
I've learned to get better about it as time has gone on. But, like, I've been playing a lot more of League of Legends lately. I've kind of left Smite behind. When League did their durability patch, they actually did a pretty decent job, and it feels very well. And there's still problems with it. I mean, there's problems whenever they do any sort of patches like that. But it feels more stable, whereas when Smite did their durability patch, first off, it felt very much like they're just trying to copy League. And then, you know, it feels like some things were not well planned out. There's still some characters that can just burst you down in 4 or 5 hits, and it feels like there's been no change. And then some characters, it's just completely killed their ability to do anything. And so I've been playing a little bit more of League, and in a week I've played about 22 games, and that's about a week. And normally, if that was Smite, sometimes I'd end up playing 22 games in an afternoon.
I will deal with this.
Where are you, Cupcake? Sir, again, I can't see his name. Sir Gorash.
Give me a moment.
Oh, he thinks he got me trapped. I don't think he hit me once during that exchange. Man, could their attacks be any more telegraphed here? Yeah, I literally just snuck right out of that one. He's got a lot of health, but I mean, it's not really doing him much good. There we go.
Have we not suffered enough?
What I don't get is, how in Diablo does necromancers resurrect people, and they immediately say, yeah, I'm just going to turn evil and start killing people. In King Lothric's case, from what I remember from Diablo 3 and all that, you know, he was slowly corrupted by Diablo, which made sense, kind of made him a tragic figure. You know, he was possessed slowly. You know, whereas in this, it's like, yeah, everybody who's dead just, yeah, I'm game to go kill a bunch of people. I'm dead, so what have I got to lose? Maybe again, it's because I haven't memorized every shred of lore within the Diablo world. But I wish they'd explain that a little bit better. You know, you could put like an in-game lore book, you know, something like Mass Effect's Compendium and stuff like that. Oh, he's immune to damage from the front. That should get him.
Still waiting.
19 kills, there we go.
Darkness awaits you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, on the bottom of the screen you can see it slightly. Okay, I'm guessing that's another boss. Or is that... I don't think that's supposed to be King Lothric. Because that means he changed an awful lot from 3. There we go. 21 kills.
Your fear betrays you.
And a slightly better helmet. I will admit that's an unsettling effect when you see a gigantic skeleton just chilling underneath the floor. I guess foreboding could be the term. You see how he's following you? That I will admit, whoever designed this game put some effort into it. There was an attempt made here.
Give me a moment.
Because that is genuinely creepy.
Heal me.
There we go. Yep. I guess he's coming. Or is this someone else? Oh, that's him. Okay, so he got free. The gatekeeper, and Nora.
Full arsenal.
Good thing I have my ultimate saved up for this, which just makes these guys way too trivial. How much more health does he have? Man, could they just throw him a little bit more health here? It's not like this is a challenge, it's just he's tanky, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't difficulty. This is just, let's give him a large health bar and try your best to annoy the player or make him have a false sense of, oh, this is difficult because he has a lot of health. Okay, now my crossbow shots have been leveled up again. Finally got a better crossbow. Another better shoulder guard. There we go. I don't know why they thought I'd need a party for this. I rarely play Diablo in a party. I've always just been one of those people that... I'm a solo player in a lot of games. Alright, moving on. Undead hounds. So essentially they just had the rigging up for a few different monsters and they just recycled them as best as they could. Again, mobile phone game, I'm not complaining about that, but you can see that they let these guys take the time to try to make a decent game, and I'll give them that, but you can see where corners were cut. Which, I mean, and realistically, Diablo 3 and all that had the same thing, you know, a lot of enemies just different colored and stuff, or a lot of the same riggings. I mean, that's sort of the thing with all sorts of games of this type, but still, you don't expect them to see the assets recycling so quickly. Clear the throne room of all enemies. Okay. Okay, man, I got a lot of junk to sell. I probably should have teleported back before I started this dungeon. I don't want to lose any loot. Oh, I can just channel. I never realized you could just channel this. That's a lot cooler. Or maybe you couldn't, and I just unlocked it. I have no idea. But that is really badass. I like that. It's like Reaper's ult in Overwatch. I was looking forward to Overwatch too, because Overwatch is one of the few multiplayer first-person shooters I played in a long time. I didn't play, I mean, I quit playing it around the time just after Doomfist, or just a little bit, sometime in that. I wasn't like I played it for years and years. I'm not the type of person that plays a game for 5 or 6. Okay, so I have to steer with a mouse. There we go. Stand before Lothric's throne. Did the blacksmith just send me some sort of message to tell me, oh yeah, you know you're carrying quite a bit there, don't you? Okay, I guess I have to light his braziers. Yep. Hello, Lothric.
Oh. The warmth of life has no place among the damned.
Why does everybody who's dead when they turn into a skeleton have to be damned? Why can't somebody just have had a happy afterlife and want to get back to it? I guess because then they wouldn't be bosses in the game. Or maybe his spirit's like trapped. I don't know. That's why he calls himself the Damned. Again, I've never been able to fully understand this. Okay, the horse is cool. That's a nice touch. Okay, time to go rage mode. There we go. The Mad King of Tristram. Yeah, just keep trying to hit me. Maybe eventually you will. Man, I'm just circling.
I shall remember this trespass. How the living will suffer for your treachery.
What I don't get is if we stopped him here, why does the Nephilim have to stop him in 3? Maybe somebody else resurrected it, but how many times can you resurrect a dead dude? Okay, better helmet. Legendary shoulder pauldron. That was easy. We've literally cleared a couple of story beats and a dungeon in half an hour. You can see why. I guess this game does move pretty quickly. Okay, I guess I need to go talk to... Okay, yep, he lost.
Lethis got away. She was right. I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill her. But you can still catch her if you're quick about it.
So you're essentially giving me your dirty work.
You're wounded. Let me help you.
No. If she escapes because of me, I won't be able to live with myself. Go. Now.
Then why didn't you just do the job? I always hate how these mentors, that's again another trope, is like, I'm the one who created this, I'll be the one to stop it. And then they never do. They leave the job for everybody else to take care of. There we go. Now my Strife is leveled up again. Strafe. Sorry. Okay, I've entered a solo story dungeon. So why couldn't this whole game... If you can kick off certain players for certain bits, why couldn't you have just done that there? And why does this one have to be solo in particular? What's so special about it? Okay, I'll go back this way then, if that's what you want.
It's done, Lethis. You'll never have Leoric's soul.
No, but somebody else will.
I won't. Instead, allow me to demonstrate what this stone can do in the right hands. My hands.
Somebody's got an ego problem. Oh wow, you missed 3 shots in a row. That one was way off, sister. Oh, they're kiting around to me. I would be scared, but I can just keep doing this. Why is it turning into a bullet hell, and why is all of her attacks so easy to see that I can escape them without even really giving that much of an effort in? There we go. Just keep focusing her down. She'll die eventually. Oh wow, she stunned me for a quarter of a second there. And there we go. Excellent. Literally, Lothric was more difficult than that. I don't understand. You can tell, like I said, there was an effort to make this game good. But you can also tell that whoever was in charge of this game didn't have a lot of chance to balance it, because that fight is ridiculously easy. Now, I guess you could argue, well, because they set that fight up for a party, but in most games, such as Borderlands, enemies gain more health when you add partners, and do slightly more damage, or do something, or gain more effects. I don't remember what all it is, but as someone who played a lot of Borderlands 2, the enemies of Pandora got stronger. And so, I don't know about Diablo 3. Like I said, I don't ever queue up with a lot of buddies on there. Why not just have every dungeon be the same way where they scale in terms of who's in your party? Because that was ridiculously easy compared to the Lothric fight, which wasn't that difficult either. Okay. I don't know what we're doing these pieces, but as someone who's played a little bit of League, does anybody know about Rise? You know, the guy who's collecting all the artifacts, and then he's just putting them in one big place, and you're thinking, well, wouldn't they be better if they were scattered the whole time? Okay, I'm about to exit the story, so apparently that's another dungeon they're going to take me to at some point. Okay, is that the Zur or whatever? Has he come up here? I don't see no... Yep, there he is.
So, Lethis escaped then. She never was the type.
What do you mean? I thought I killed her.
On the line. What? No, we just fought. I killed her.
Did you know? And yet, dead people tend to leave corpses. They certainly don't explode into bloody mist. They sort of just crumple. No body, not dead.
As someone who's played the Necromancer class, he does know the ability Corpse Explosion, right? So, I mean, they might crumple, but they don't stay crumpled for more than a few seconds before I blow their ass to Kingdom Come. See, this is what I mean about... There's a difference in gameplay and story in games like this, and I hate... Your gameplay should never directly interfere with your story and vice versa. So if I can do something in the game, then you shouldn't tell me in the story I can't do it. For example, you play a game like Devil May Cry, and you see Dante close a gap in less than a second. In the story, he should not be able to just have to run at enemies. He should be able to still close that gap in the same distance. Now, the reloading, I get, it looks cool in cutscenes, not so fun in gameplay, and that's why that's done that way. That's a stylistic choice. But you get my point. So why is it that he knows, he's a necromancer, he knows what Corpse Explosion is, but yet I can't have, I have these stake throwers and all these abilities, I couldn't have had some sort of grenade that I just threw and blew up on him?
I will have to follow after her. Regardless, I must thank you for your aid, my friend. Blessings of Rathma upon your journey, wherever it may take you.
Oh, is he not going to speak here? Okay. One last thing, when you return to Cain, it would be wise to have him examine that weapon you found. He may not look it, but that old scholar has always had a knack for identifying hidden potential.
All this suffering over a single shot. Hopefully Elder Cain has found a way to destroy them once and for all. Now, let's see if this scroll of Westmarch he gave me actually works.
I have a feeling that it's not going to work. I mean, not the scroll, but I have a feeling he hasn't found no way to magically save the day, because this is supposed to take place between 2 and 3. I feel like the loading times could be optimized on PC as well, because this game takes a long time to load, and it doesn't seem like there's anything to do it that way. Mad King's Breach Trove. You can, so I can pay 99. Yeah, they let these microtransactions seem very enticing, because think I pay 99 cents here, and I get a cool weapon cosmetic and 60 in-game orbs. And then I pay 99 cents here, I get another, and I get a legendary crest, a regular crest, and a pile of gems. You know, very tempting ways of doing some things.
Hold there a moment, stranger. We're speaking with all new arrivals seeking asylum. You don't look like one of these refugees from Ashwald. What brings you to Westmarch?
I'm supposed to meet someone in the city.
Another tight-lipped adventurer. You're not the first to step through these gates on business. All right, everything checks out. Move along and keep the peace. Understood?
Huh? So what was the point of stopping me? You ask me what I'm doing, I give a cryptic answer, and you're like, alright then. So, if someone walked up to me, carrying as many weapons as I'm carrying, looked suspicious, was wearing a hood, which, I mean, not all the other classes wear hoods, they wear armor and different stuff, but you get the general point in my case. And just, like, just keep the peace. I would be thinking, okay, this is a city that you could cause a lot of damage in and get away with. Again, I guess I put too much real-world logic.
Over here! Ha! I knew it had to be you. Been waiting a while for you to show. Chassi would have stayed, but, you know, she's got business to run.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Who is Chassi? How do you know me?
Oh, forgive me. I got a little overzealous there. Let's say we all have a mutual friend. A certain scholar who arrived before you did.
What's with the cryptic
A
talk?
friend asked us to greet you when you arrived. Listen, Chassi's the one you want to speak with. Find her at the blacksmith, and she'll guide you further. Welcome to Westmarch, and good luck.
If I was my guy, I'd have one hand on my pistol, or in this case my crossbow as I walk through town. My father was a paranoid man, and I inherited a lot of his paranoia. If somebody who you don't know says they know somebody you know, and directs you to another person that that person knows, then that's a trap, or at least it's a good way to get into a trap. Also, bringing along a kid that's looking at a boat, but not acknowledging the kid, or the kid not speaks, that's to give you an air of false security. At least to me it is. Again, maybe it's because I had a paranoid dad, but I learned all this stuff the hard way. I'm not exactly the most trusting person in the world. I've said it in some of my other videos. I'm not... I guess I'm what you'd call an introvert. I'm not antisocial, but I prefer to, before I talk to somebody and engage them, kind of just watch them from across the room, learn their mannerisms. You can learn a lot about somebody if you just stop and look at them and really examine. Man, the frame rate keeps going from 200 to 120. I know that sounds strange to complain, but it's a hitch. It's a massive stutter when it does that.
Do you have any? Come back if you acquire something.
So I can't actually do anything.
Every item has a history. Perhaps next time.
Okay, so there's nothing I can do here. Man, look at... Now that went down to 20 from 182. Rarities into...
Something in particular?
I can't shop. I need to reach level 35. Good Lord. They really need to do something about this.
Welcome, most esteemed patron. New goods arrive all the time. We have the finest goods the world over.
Okay, I need more stuff. That's a stash. Good Lord, frame rate. Okay, I'm guessing this is the blacksmith.
What do you need, friend?
Okay, first off, sell all my crap. Okay. I'll worry about that later. There we go. There we go. There we go. Can I upgrade either of these any further? Yes, I can, but I can only do one. I guess it'd be better to have this up to rank 3. There we go. Next time I'll be able to do that one easier.
I'll do the forging.
Okay, I need to find Cain. Man. There we go. Earn 40 battle points. Okay. Okay, I leveled up because of that. Okay, that triggered that one. Good lord, how many things do I have to earn here? Okay, conquest, world. Okay. Do I still have something I'm supposed to have unlocked here, or what? Okay, I'm gonna assume I've done all that then.
Hey there. It's good to see you.
Excuse me, are you Chelsea? A man on the bridge implied you could help me find Deckard Cain.
It's you. You're here. Cain is gonna be so happy you arrived. Well, let me be among the first to welcome you to Westmarch. Isn't it as grand as the stories say?
I've never been one for cities, or stories for that matter. Do you know where I'm supposed to find Elder Cain?
Oh, right, of course. Cain has a workshop over to the left of the central square, just beyond the fountain. You know, once I've finished up here, I'll join you two. Give you a proper introduction to the city.
I don't mean to complain about something so minor in this game. Maybe it's the lighting or what, but her hair looks bright red on her character model in-game, but on her portrait, it's brown-haired. Now, maybe it's just a limitation of their portrait system, or somebody messed up the portraits. But I know when I was trying to make my necromancer, I gave her white hair, because all the other necromancers have white hair, but the portrait has brown hair, and there's no default white-haired necromancer, which is kind of annoying. It's weird little... Good lord, frame rate. Okay, this is a gem store.
I only work with nothing worth my time. I only work with the finest.
Okay. I don't have whatever money I need there, platinum. But you can get more. How much okay. So you have to buy one in-game currency to be able to buy another in-game currency.
Hello. How can I help?
Okay, so now I can select an item and socket it. I have no legendary gems, but I can get them through those ways.
Nothing else I can help you with?
Okay, moving on. We're almost at the end of our time for this. I might cut it like 5 minutes earlier, so just because the frame rate issues in this town, good lord. I wanted to play this game for 2 reasons. One, I heard it was bad, and I like to be the guy who tries to give bad games a look. Because, like, for example, Never Dead, if any of you remember Never Dead, I quite liked that game. Vampire Reign, if any of you remember that one, I kind of like that game. You know, there's a few out there that I feel like if some people... what was that other vampire stealth game? Dark. I really liked Dark. I feel like if some people were just willing to kind of give games a little bit of a lesser... It's like some people only ever play AAA games, or... I'm not even like a big indie fan, don't get me wrong, but you know, some people play either only the greatest indie games, or they play only the greatest AAA games, and there's no room for mediocrity. And sometimes I can find... It's like when you watch... You know, a not so great, kind of straight to DVD action movie. Some of them are not good, some of them are really bad, some of them are just decent, and when you find a just decent one, it's not bad, you know, might as well have a little fun with it.
Welcome,
Parts that
friend.
work.
Welcome. I am glad to see you made it here safely. And with the shard of the World Stone, I hope?
Here, take it. It was weighing down my pack anyway. It's far past time we were rid of these terrible things.
Well done, my friend. I am certain it was no easy task to acquire this shard. Sadly, there is no simple answer on how to destroy an object this powerful. For now, it must be kept out of sight.
Entrusted with you.
Now then, you may recall I spoke of a ritual that revealed the World Stone shards in Wortham and Ashwold. Well, while you were busy, so was I. And Tal Rasha's ritual has revealed a third stone to me. You see,
The ritual cannot simply find all the shards across the world. No, it reveals those that are being used in some form. It seems the magic of the World Stone emanates from the Dark Wood, a place of great and ancient.
So if his ritual can only find the ones being used, essentially what he's saying is by the time we locate them, they've already been captured, and so therefore I have to go through more effort. Could he not somehow figure out some way to just find the ones that ain't being used, and then we could recover the ones that are afterwards? That would make the most sense, but yeah, it's got to be done for gameplay.
The shard is already in someone's hands, then?
Unfortunately, yes. You must expect that the darkness is already moving against you. But you are not alone. In fact, Charcy should be here soon. I can think of no one better to help you find the strength you will need.
She's a blacksmith. She can't exactly save the whole world for me. I see. Well, if we have the time, there's another matter. Zul mentioned you might be able to help me with a weapon I found. He said it had a hidden potential, whatever that meant.
Let me see.
Why wasn't my character voiced for that?
I used to be quite adept at revealing the properties of magical equipment, you know. Ah, yes. The grooves of this weapon function as sockets. Some rare armors and weapons can be befitted with gems of legendary power. There's research on it around here, if you can find it in the mess.
I'll have a look around.
Okay, my guy is just being controlled with the mouse for some reason. I wasn't even doing nothing. Okay. Is this a cutscene, or what exactly is it doing here? Am I supposed to tap it?
These so-called legendary gems seem very useful. How would one go about acquiring them?
Pay money.
Well, the writings I've seen speak of the Elder Rift in the same breath as these gems. Legends upon legends, it seems. Still, I believe the Royal Mages recently made a breakthrough involving something called crests.
Again, why is some lines voiced and others aren't? This was a big budget mobile phone game by Blizzard, and I hate it when games do that where one line will be voiced and then the one directly after it will not be voiced. Just don't voice them or voice them. That reminds me, wasn't Charcy supposed to arrive shortly? If anyone would know more of these rumors, it would be her. No one has a finger upon the pulse of Westmarch like she does. I guess I need to go get her. Oh, there she is. See what I mean? Yeah, now that she's not near the fire, her hair is bright red, yet her character model
You're done already.
is brown.
I would have thought destroying Worldstone shards would take more time than that.
You're not wrong there. And it appears I must find another in the Dark Wood. Kane mentioned you might be able to help out.
The Dark Wood? You know, I grew up not far from there. If you're heading to a place like that, you're gonna need some better equipment.
I've got 2 legendary items on me. Okay, again, that's not voice. Well, Kane mentioned something called an Elder Rift. His research claims it could be the key to harnessing the power of the legendary gems. Do you know anything of it? This makes me think some of this Elder Rift stuff wasn't put in until the last second. Which, I'm speculating heavily, because one line he did voice it. I think maybe this is supposed to be post-game stuff. And then they said, no, this is going to be the money thing. And they had him rewrite a lot of the stuff early on, and they just didn't have nobody to voice it. That's my question. Or at least that's my thought. I could be very wrong. Of course, the Rift Stones are just inside Palace Square. I bet we'll find someone who can help up there. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to follow her. More frame rate chugs as we go through here, probably. I like how we're just allowed to walk up to the palace courtyard, not get stopped. Doesn't matter that we're strapped. That man was speaking with the court mages earlier. Let's see what he knows. Looking for adventure, traveler? Use a crest and delve into the mysteries of the Elder Rift.
Me. I had heard a rumor that there's been a breakthrough with the Elder Rift. You strike me as someone who might know a thing or two about it.
You've got a sharp eye, adventurer. The court mages have been testing out various crests of power for a while now. We've just been given permission to start selling them. Only to qualified individuals, of course. From the look of you, I think we might be able to do business, friend. What do you say? The first crest's on me.
Of course
we
it
have
is.
an accord then. Head over to the pedestal and place that crest into one of the recesses there. From what the mages tell me, that should activate the Elder Rift. Good luck in there.
Okay, I'm just going to stop here then. But I want to talk about... Again, I've never had any real addiction in my life. I've never done drugs. I smoke occasionally, but, you know, no substances. I just, you know, cigarette or pipe occasionally. I'm a writer, and I feel like every writer has to smoke a pipe. Other than that, you know, nothing. I don't even drink, you know, 1 or 2 beers occasionally. I just, that's not who I am. I've never had an addiction of any kind, but I understand the urge of, I guess, you know, game addiction and gambling addiction. It's all kind of tied together. Stuff like that. The first one is free is literally how casinos and drug dealers and stuff get you hooked on stuff. This game isn't even trying to hide that it's trying to get you hooked on paying for their Elder Rift crest and all that. Yeah. To me, again, it's a mobile phone game, but you couldn't patch some of this out. When Deus Ex: The Fall, now some of you might not remember this game, some of you might, came to Steam. It's like $5 or $10. I think it was $5. It was cheap. But the in-game store where you could buy guns and ammo was replaced with in-game currency. And you had so much of it, it was very easy just to buy like a sniper rifle very early on in the game, or a crossbow. And so it felt like it kind of broke that game a little bit. But, you know, they took out the microtransactions, and all they charge you is like $5 or $10. You know, a cheap one-time fee, and even if you get the game on sale, you know, that still stands. Why couldn't this game have done something similar? Because I'm setting pretty on 2,200 gold. Okay, that's got a better score. I guess I'll go ahead and equip it. Transfer. Anyway, I just feel like this game, you know, could do something different. Mobile phone games that come to computer should, or any console at all for that matter, should have changes done to make them less predatory, you know. Or if you let them download the free version, or let them have a paid version on the side. And, you know, maybe let somebody try the free version and then try the paid version. You know, or play the mobile game. And if they really like it, but they don't want all the predatory crap, let them do the paid version. There's ways you can do it and still earn your money. But realistically speaking, if they just charge $15 or $20, heck, even 30, I think that for $30, this game could be worth it. You know, with a little bit more polishing up, maybe a little bit higher resolution textures on the PC version. I think people would pay $30, and they could get their money's worth just off of that. You know, I think that that would be more than fair, because, I mean, first off, it has the Diablo name, so people would buy it. To me, that would be far less predatory than free-to-play versions. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.